I want to give you a quick review of BECU business banking. The thing is, when you are considering credit unions, you have a lot of choices from Navy Fed to a Penn Fed to a BECU to Connexus and so on and so forth. But BECU actually occupies a pretty simple, a pretty prestigious position in this space because not only it is a credit union that has the traditional that offers a traditional suite of banking products. So with BECU, for instance, you have not just the business banking, but you can actually get loans, you can get credit cards, you can get all that kind of stuff. That's number one. Number two, BECU has more what I'll say financial stability. It's a bigger credit union and has been around for many, not just years, but decades. So that's really cool. The company was actually started about let's say 90 years ago, like in 1935. So that's close to 100 years. That's really good because it tells you that they have a proven track record. So to be able to operate for that long, they must be doing something pretty good, pretty cool, right? So basically, it used to be I mean, it still is. It's still known as the Boeing Employees Credit Union, but you don't have to be affiliated with or be associated with the Boeing Corporation to actually be a member anymore. So when they started a couple of decades ago, you had to be a Boeing employee, but over the years they expanded their membership eligibility. So even nowadays, you don't have to be working or be linked to a Boeing employee to actually qualify. As a matter of fact, even though the company is based in the Northeast, you can also be in New York, you can be in California, you can be in Jersey, you can be on the East Coast, you can be in the South and still qualify for membership. Okay, so that's kind of cool because it tells you that geography is no longer a restriction. It used to be, but it's no longer a restriction. Well, I mean, having said that, if you live in Washington State, which is the primary state where they're located, things will be easier. Okay, or if you are in certain counties in Oregon, also in select counties in Idaho, you can qualify based on geography. But if you don't qualify based on geography, you can actually get in terms of membership by donating to a charity sponsored by BECU. Okay, so that's pretty good. So BECU overall actually offers a suite of services and features that appeal to small businesses, but also large enterprises. So if you're thinking about BECU business banking, you got to really ask yourself, what's really interesting in terms of checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs, credit cards, loans and lines of credit, cash management services. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about each of them. So we want to see which is really interesting, which could be interesting for your business this year. So let me first talk about the business checking account. So if you think about BECU, it's not just about the flexibility that comes with being a client of a top credit union in the country. It's about the specifics that they are offering. And those specifics have to match what you're looking for. Otherwise, you'll be wasting your time, money, and resources actually partnering up with an institution like BECU. Okay. So BECU, when it comes to business checking accounts, they do provide two business checking options. So you have the business basic checking and they have the business interest checking. So both accounts come with no monthly maintenance fees, no fees on electronic transactions, and no foreign transaction fees. So if you're really sort of allergic to fees in general, basically a BECU can really help you big time. Okay. And both accounts, so the business basic checking and the business interest checking, they actually offer a high-speed online and remote check deposits, okay, and free access to online, mobile, and telephone banking. And business basic checking is ideal for your company if you want a straightforward, non-interest bearing checking. On the other hand, business interest checking offers interest earnings for those companies who want to who want their account balance to work for them. Okay, So that's kind of cool. What about the business savings account? Well, BECU business members share savings account helps your business save without high fees or balance requirements. It has no minimum balance, no monthly maintenance fees, and earns an interest of, it's not really that much, but hey, listen, it's still interesting. Okay. So it's about 0.4 to 0.7% in terms of APYs. So, but the cool thing is you have access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, so you can conveniently withdraw funds as needed. So if you're thinking about BECU business banking, you also need to think about the CDs that they are actually offering. So this credit union offers CDs, so certificates of deposit. Okay, so if you want to grow your savings at a fixed rate, you want to partner with BECU because they offer CDs with flexible terms from 3 to 60 months. So that's like 3 months to 5 years. Okay. I mean, you want to go for 5 years if you really, really are sure that you're not going to need the money and you just want the money to be working for you. Obviously, the interest rates on those CDs will go up the longer you leave the money with this credit union. Okay. So BECU has options like the bump CD, allowing a one-time rate increase, and the add to CD, which enables recurrent monthly deposits up to $1,000. Okay. And so the current API will vary by term and deposit amount. That's what I just said. And so the BECU actually has rates from 4.5 all the way to 5 or even 6% APY. Okay. But again, we're speaking about 3 to 5 month CDs all the way to 12-month CDs. You also have business credit cards. So business credit cards are pretty good. So if you need a business credit card, BECU provides flexibility and rewards, and there is no annual fee. So the business cashback credit card offers a 1.5% cashback on eligible purchases. So this is kind of cool because, usually in this space, you have a 1% all the way to 2%. So for a business credit card to offer, I'll say a 1.5%, that's really good. So you have the business cashback credit card, but you also have another credit card, and that's the business low rate credit card. So this card is great for paying back larger purchases over time. And both cards actually come with added benefits like purchase protection, travel accident insurance, and 24/7 fraud monitoring. If you're thinking about BECU business banking, I want you to also think about the loans, the business loans and lines of credit that they actually offer. So, like I said a little earlier, like BECU is a full suite institution. They offer everything you can think about when it comes to banking. Okay, so basically, if you need flexible working capital, BECU, you can actually reach out to BECU and you can tap into their business line of credit or the business loan, whatever you are approved for. Okay. And so their lending solutions include term loans for equipment or machinery, business vehicle loans with financing up to 80%, and also business lines of credit. So by the way, they have also unsecured business term loans. So it doesn't have to be necessarily I would say a collateralized business loan. Okay, so that's number one. By the way, BECU actually used to be very. Sorry about that. So let me drink some water here. Thank you. So basically, what I was just saying here is that this credit union used to be very active during the pandemic, for instance. So, but even after the pandemic, they were still supporting companies that needed extra liquidity. So that's really good in terms of flexibility, in terms of operational efficiency. So that's really good. And also, if you think about BECU business banking, you also need to think about their cash management services. So those services have been around for a while now, and they've been very proactive. So their cash management services will help streamline business financial management. So here, what I'm talking about is that you have three types of accounts within the account within the cash management service space, if you will. You have analyzed checking, you have zero balance accounts, and you have sweep services. Okay. So what I'm saying here is that their cash management services include accounts payable and receivable management, sweep accounts, zero balance accounts, and merchant services with customized point of sale systems. Okay. Now, of course, is their point of sale system as sophisticated as some of the industry leaders? Not necessarily, but they're still decent, by the way. And these services help automate financial processes, optimize cash flow, and simplify your payroll and vendor payments. So this is kind of cool. So ultimately, BECU's range of flexible and affordable business products are actually designed to appeal to small to medium-sized businesses looking for comprehensive and local financial services. So if you think about BECU business banking, what are the pros and what are the cons? I mean, should you go with this credit union this year? I mean, once you actually pass the initial threshold of operation or geography or affiliation, let me share with you a few pros that can actually make you pretty interested in this credit union. So let's first start with the pros. The pros, you have no monthly fees on checking accounts. I think I've said this before. Can you imagine that all the two business checking accounts bear no fees? Okay, so there are no monthly maintenance fees, and this bonus can significantly reduce cost for your small business, especially if you are managing fluctuating cash flow. So that's the first advantage. No monthly fees on checking accounts. The second advantage that I want you to think about is the fact that you have free transaction allowances. Because what happens here is that the business basic checking and the business interest checking accounts include both of them, okay, a generous monthly allowance for free transactions based on combined account balances. This is kind of cool. So if your business has low or moderate transaction volumes, you will love this sort of flexibility. You do have also interest-bearing options. So you are able, can you imagine, you can earn on your checking balance. Okay, so that's really good. And I'm speaking about, a pretty decent APY when you think about it. You have a wide range of cash management services. And I think I was talking to you a little earlier about the depth and breadth of those cash management services that BECU has, okay? So from accounts payable and receivable solutions to zero balance and sweep accounts, I mean, those cash management tools are designed to make it easier for your business to actually handle daily business operations and optimize cash flow. So if your business want to scale up or scale down, for instance, BECU can be there for you. And you also have nationwide ATM access, okay? So you, as a BECU member, you have access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide. So this is kind of cool in terms of flexibility, okay? So this gives you easy access to cash on the go. So if you have, let's say, mobile or remote needs, that's really good. That's really cool. And you also have a flexible lending and credit options. So BECU's business loans, including term loans, vehicle loans, and lines of credit, come with competitive rates and flexible terms. So this is kind of cool. And there are two business credit cards also offer attractive benefits with no annual fees. So what about the cons here? If you think about BECU, what could be the disadvantages? If you think about BECU business banking, first of all, you have limited branch and membership availability. I mean, I've told you that there is no restriction in terms of geography or profession, whatever. But Still, if for any reason you want to go to a branch and you're not in the Northeast, this could be, I'm sorry, you're not in the Northwest. You could be, if you're not in Seattle or in Washington State, this could be a little problematic. Okay, so their branches are limited to Washington State, Idaho, and Oregon. So if you are looking for in-person services, you could be a little disappointed. Okay, your business also may not be eligible to join, depending on some conditions. You also have limited industry eligibility. So BECU as an institution has decided a long time ago not to support businesses in certain high-risk industries, including gambling and cannabis-related enterprises. So you have lots of flexibility on that front, and you have to understand what works and what doesn't work, okay? You also have transaction limits on checking accounts. So while BECU offers free transaction thresholds, if you have a high transaction volumes, you actually you should make sure that you are reviewing your limits on a constant basis. Okay, why? Because you may incur additional fees after the limit is reached. Okay, so you do not want to really go for a BECU if you are in that category. You also have, in terms of the business credit card rewards, honestly, the rewards are kind of basic. Don't expect anything flashy. Okay, basically, BECU cashback credit card offers, for example, 1.5% on eligible purchases. Okay. However, other credit card providers may offer specialized and better rewards. So consider whether there are other options that might suit your needs better. And finally, you do have minimal specialty accounts. So basically, their business account lineup is focused on fundamental banking needs. There are fewer options for highly specialized accounts, such as those specifically tailored to nonprofits or certain industries. So something to really think about. So when you think about BECU business banking, the big question is BECU actually the right banking solution for you? So that question actually is a pretty interesting question because maybe yes, maybe no. First of all, ask yourself, do you qualify for membership, for individual membership? That's number one. So once you're in, second question is, does your business qualify for membership? Because even if you're in as an individual, your business still has to meet certain thresholds in terms of the industry you're in terms of the kind of operations that you are going to bring to the bank, the kind of reality that you have, okay? Operational reality, okay? That's an important element because your banking needs are going to dictate your, I would say, the BECU's appeal to you, okay? One thing I want to say here is that at the end of the day, if you are on the Pacific Northwest, you might actually enjoy BECU. But if you are, let's say, in the South, for instance, and you want to do business specifically with BECU, then you have to make sure that you don't have a problem actually doing your banking remotely or your banking on mobile. You don't have to go to a branch because their branches are actually just limited to the Pacific Northwest. Okay, so one thing I want to say is that you have to understand that with BECU you cannot scale. You cannot because of their products. I mean, their offerings are sort of decent but basic. Okay, for instance, if you look at the business checking accounts, you only have two. Nothing really flashy here. I mean, not that banking has to be flashy, but well, the thing you have to understand is that with banking, the more sophisticated your operations become, the more sophisticated you want the bank offer to actually suit your business, right? And BECU is not there yet. BECU is set up to provide a basic service, but very, very well. That's all. Very basic service at a very good business, within a very good business model. So As an epilogue into this conversation, I spoke to you about BECU business banking. I spoke about the institution, the business features, as well as pricing, the pros and cons. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.